Hello everyone, this is your weather on the-fly outlook and discussion for Wednesday, March 26, 2025. Update concerning convective outlook days 1 to 3. For today, there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of the Pacific Northwest. Seasonally strong upper low off the Pacific Northwest coast will shift east today, as a 100+, not 500 millibar speed max translates toward the Oregon coast by late afternoon. Strong 12-hour height falls will spread across this region, and the associated synoptic cold front should arc from off the Washington coast and south along the Oregon coast by early evening. Upper ridging has permitted boundary layer moisture to increase and hold across both the interior Northwest and west of the Cascades, where surface dew points are currently in the mid-50s. Large-scale forcing will contribute to moistening profiles, and precipitable water values may approach 1 inch prior to convective initiation. Forecast soundings suggest convective temperatures should be breached by mid-afternoon west of the Cascades, and instability should approach 1,000 joules per kilogram within a favorably sheared environment for organized, rotating updrafts. Supercells are expected west of the Cascades across Oregon into Washington, posing a threat for large hail, locally strong gusts, and perhaps a brief tornado. Across the Lower Rio Grande River Valley, a southern stream disturbance is expected to move across the region, posing a primary threat for gusty winds, or perhaps some hail. While the severe threat is expected to remain marginal, a flash flood threat could also develop in the late afternoon into evening, persisting into the overnight hours. For Thursday, there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of southern Texas. Showers and thunderstorms are forecast to be ongoing early in the period, as a slow-moving southern stream trough moves eastward across northern Mexico and Texas through the period, with local risk for hail and wind may be ongoing with these storms. During the afternoon, isolated high-base convection may develop across parts of southeastern New Mexico and far west Texas. Despite modest instability and shear, the deep and dry boundary layer may support gusty and damaging winds with any stronger storm. Farther east, along the Rio Grande, storms will likely develop over higher terrain on the Mexican side of the river and may shift into adjacent portions of Texas with time. Meanwhile, remnant outflow from earlier convection may focus new storm development, as moderate instability develops due to the moist boundary layer residing beneath steep mid-level lapse rates associated with the upper system. Low-level southeasterlies veering with height and increasing to 30+ knots at mid-levels will support organized and rotating storms, the strongest of which will be capable of all-hazard severe potential. Risk will likely continue through the evening, spreading eastward into southeastern Texas with time. As a warm front advances slowly northward across the Central Plains and Midwest, several clusters of showers and scattered thunderstorms are forecast to develop and shift east-southeastward within the prevailing west-northwesterlies aloft. Isolated afternoon surface-based storms may develop over the north-central Kansas vicinity, where risk for a few strong wind gusts may occur, along with potential for hail. However, more widespread convection during the period is forecast north of the warm front, with steep lapse rates above the low-level stable air, and amply strong mid-level flow suggests potential for severe caliber hail. For Friday, there is a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms across portions of the Nebraska vicinity, and from eastern Texas to the lower Mississippi Valley. Thunderstorms are forecast to be ongoing across eastern portions of the southern plains, in conjunction with the slow-moving southern stream trough crossing the area. As the trough continues moving slowly east-northeastward, daytime heating away from ongoing clouds and convection will allow the air mass to destabilize, supporting additional convective development. Mid-level flow will remain rather weak across the area. However, ahead of the low, moderate low-level southeasterlies veering to southwesterly through mid-levels should result in shear sufficient for organized and weakly rotating storms. Convection will spread into Arkansas and Louisiana through the afternoon and evening, accompanied by the risk for locally gusty winds and possibly a brief tornado or two. As a weak frontal low shifts eastward out of the central high plains into western Kansas, in response to a shortwave trough crossing the Rockies, elevated storms seem fairly likely to develop in a zone of focused warm advection northeast of the low, across the Nebraska vicinity. Relatively steep lapse rates combined with moderate mid-level lapse rates and instability, and moderate mid-level southwesterly suggest potential for a few stronger storms to produce hail during the overnight hours. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe for the latest Storm Prediction Center outlooks.